Need for Speed Heat. Continuation of the iconic and most popular racing series of games in the world. This time the player will have to take direct part in both legal races and forbidden analogs. The story begins with how police captain Mercer catches one of the participants of night races, which are prohibited by law. Mercer decides not to put him in jail, but to make sure that the racer sends a message to the police to other criminals. They needed to stop night rides and get out of town. The player will start by learning the basic aspects of the gameplay. After that, you will get one of several cars to choose from and will be able to move freely around the world. Take part in the day races allowed by law, or fight for a prize at night, but having problems with the police. Besides the fact that you need to win the race, after that you still have to hide from the police in any way. After earning enough in-game currency, you can purchase new cars or customize them. The workshop has hundreds of different items for upgrading the appearance of the car, as well as internal mechanisms. Improve the characteristics of the car, attach new spoilers, bumpers, install neon lights and much more. Assetto Corsa Competizione. The video game was made in the most realistic style. All the tracks were recreated with unsurpassed accuracy of real existing roads. The cars were provided by well-known brands such as Lamborghini, McLaren, Ferrari, and others. Details and damage to vehicles also have a special place in the gameplay because they were completely transferred to the virtual world. Weather conditions, as well as beautiful locations, allow you to convey the whole incredible atmosphere to all users. In the game you will participate in races with other participants from all over the world, or go through a storyline. In the campaign, you need to complete tasks, as well as win certain races to open access to new cars. And artificial intelligence is divided into classes. Some of them masterfully own transport, can cut off or not give passage if they eat in front. And there are also those who are easy to overtake or cut yourself. Diversity and maximum realism are the main trump cards of developers. Karks Drift Racing Online. The most important difference between this simulator and dozens of others is that this one has only a drift mode. There are no other modes. But you will be able to participate in races, not only with AI, but also with your friends and with other players from all over the world. Go to the track and prove that you are a real drifter and not just an amateur. By choosing the car you like, before the race you can even make it unique and unlike any other. The developers have added a user-friendly customization interface, thanks to which you can edit your car at your discretion. At your disposal will be different types of paints and shades, bumpers, spoilers, wheels and hoods, tires, and headlights, and even different colors of tinted windows. Fantasize and create the car of your dreams. By the way, the range of cars in this game is so large that it is difficult to imagine. There are both classic sports models and ordinary sedans, and even high-speed supercars. There are more than 4 dozen different cars in total, and each with its own unique characteristics and available customization modules. Project Cars 2. Players will need to choose a sports car, a track and try to win the title of champion. There is a single-player campaign mode, customizable races, multiplayer, tests. On the official website of the game, 180 cars are announced, based on real racing cars. The list is impressive. You can ride both brand new cars and old ones, like BMW 2002, Fairlane 240ZG and others. A small part is available to players at the start. Win races and unlock new models. Try out more than 50 race tracks. You will find not only official tracks where real championships are held, but also locations in the city, in nature or in the desert. Each track can be configured at the user's request. You can play both in single and multiplayer mode. In the cooperative, you can compete with friends. In addition, depending on the mode, you can put up to 4 people in one car here. Someone will be a pilot, someone a navigator, someone a backup pilot. Everything is like in real life. Ride 3. Realistic and the most authentic motorcycle racing simulator created by Milestone. The game uses advanced photorealistic graphics, which allows the player not only to plunge into the world of motorcycle competitions, but also to feel like a real motorcycle racer without leaving the limits of his home. You have to go through a difficult path and fight with both famous and not very motorcycle racers. There is a serious tool at your disposal that allows you to fully customize a two-wheeled steel horse and further customize it. Play as a created athlete from scratch and as one of the most successful racers. Test the strength of more than 230 motorcycles of all stripes and types from various manufacturers. Check the speed of each steel horse on 36 different tracks around the globe. The Crew 2. The action takes place in the USA. There is an opportunity to ride around the major cities of America and beyond, as well as travel freely through a simplified virtual model of the country. The map is divided into 4 regions. It's all open from the very beginning. You can immediately teleport to the event of interest by selecting the desired name in the menu, or get to it yourself. The differences between the sequel and the original are in improved graphics, advanced features, improved management, and the absence of a full-fledged plot. Instead, there is only a short story about a hero who dreams of becoming the best racer and beating the stars in their disciplines. Showdowns between the police and bandits are a thing of the past, as are underground races. The map has become larger and more detailed, and the list of available transport now includes cars, motorcycles, boats, helicopters, and airplanes. You can switch between types of equipment at any time. Dirt Rally 2.0. One of the best rally simulators of our time. This time you will find significantly improved graphics, new tracks, advanced physics, and a sea of gameplay innovations. This time you will have the opportunity to drive along 8 official World Championship tracks, compete with licensed supercars, create your own team in which everyone will work exclusively for you in your car, and even customize any car that you choose. At your disposal will be more than 50 powerful SUVs, each of which is recreated with absolute accuracy. F1 2021. The new part of the series gives you the opportunity to take part in the 2021 season of the Formula One Championship. Thanks to the official license, there are real teams, pilots, and tracks in the product. There is a choice of difficulty. Here you can configure the aggressiveness of artificial intelligence, the strictness of the rules, and the driving assistance system. Casual users will be able to make the gameplay more arcade, and hardcore players will be able to add realism to the gameplay. You can control the cars using the keyboard, gamepad, or steering wheel. The linear story tells how Aiden Jackson is trying to get into the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Motorsport team. There is also a Fund My Team, where you need to create your own riders, choose suppliers of parts, and sign contracts with sponsors. In addition, there is a career in the title, which is now allowed to take place together with a friend, time trips, Grand Prix, where you need to participate in free races, qualifiers and races, and multiplayer. You can play together on the same computer, or compete with other users over the network. Grid. The part that became the first after the relaunch of the entire franchise of the same name. Dozens of realistic wheelbarrows, new modes, updated modern graphics, and a huge number of races are waiting for you. And the first thing to say is that the developers have done a tremendous job in terms of graphics and moved the game to a new modern graphics engine. Now in front of you is not just an arcade racing game, but a real racing simulator, with realistic cars, beautiful tracks in terms of design, highly detailed environment, awesome special effects, and more. At the same time, almost all cars and tracks are licensed. The cars presented in the new version of the game are divided into 6 different classes depending on the characteristics, parameters, and groups. In total, there are more than 70 iconic cars in the game, including famous supercars and cool rare cars, and not only